Man, our
I don't know. And
best.
you might have to jump in because there's loads of us on the internet tonight. The boys are playing PlayStation games, and
Okay,
Tom's is recording stuff. So um, I might go
that's fine by me.
and
Did
just
you
stay
just
like
do
that
that?
and freeze, and then you'll have to just keep going. Yeah, yeah.
Did you
No,
really
I
freeze,
just
or was that you?
no, I didn't. It was me.
It it froze right at the moment too, so that's perfect.
It did. Just
The
as I was demonstrating freeze,
Yeah, no, the video's a little
it
choppy, but the voice is good. That's just how it is.
I
Is
freeze.
it like Zoom where you?
Yeah, so that's
No, now it's all choppy. Well, while Yvette figures out the chop, there you are.
yeah. I tell you what, and then probably if I close down some of this stuff.
Okay, I can maybe close down
No,
stuff.
like my laptop, my other stuff, just turning off that stuff. So, anywho, welcome again. We missed a couple days,
Yeah,
but we're back.
but
We're
we're
back.
back.
We're back.
Oh,
Because we felt. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, just doing the intro, saying we're back. We're back. Demand our own dope demand. This funny moment when I first got on the call. So Jonathan and I were talking. Jonathan is my brother from another mother who is in San Antonio, and I am his sister from another mister who is in London in the United Kingdom. It cracks me up that we still call it the United Kingdom.
Why? Not so united?
Well, because it's not so united, and everybody can't wait to get the fuck out of here. Like the Scottish want to be independent, the Welsh want to, the Irish are already half independent, and
Mm-hmm.
very much United Kingdom happening on the island. So we laugh that it's still called that. I wonder if they'll change it if everybody splits. I don't know.
No,
Anywho,
they'll
that
never. That's the
was
point.
so random. So
It's the
this,
same.
yeah, that part of the
Hello.
legacy, isn't it? You can't just change it. Like you
Right.
couldn't. Huh?
Well,
Oh, did you lose me? Did I
if you,
freeze?
I heard what you said. I think
Holy cannoli.
my response to what I think you said is, hey, don't uh don't count us out yet. We can completely collapse the financial system and just these lines just get erased. Like just let somebody else take over. They draw new lines. Most people that don't like it go to jail or die, and then we can do this. We don't have to call it the same name.
True.
uh, my fabulous.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Today I was not focused on. Can you hear me?
that's
Did it just come through?
crazy movie.
What movie?
We shall. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
About the
you were talking.
change it all and call it something different. It's like a independent movie.
Yes, Independence Day. We need Will Smith.
Yes.
We need Will Smith and Bill
We
Pullman.
need Will.
I
There
don't
you
think Bill
go.
Pullman is still with
That's
us.
what we did.
I don't think Bill Pullman made it
Who
this far.
knows?
But yeah, my
Ah.
day, I got called off of working the house, so I really was just around my place, and uh, with a day off, like feeling
Uh,
like Like not interested in walking outside, seeing the sun, and then towards the close. I mean, it's like 6 o'clock now, 5 o'clock, and then I'm thinking, God, why do I feel so bad? It's like I haven't done anything today. I wonder why. Nah, that was me.
Yeah, but have you know what? Did you really not do anything? Did you just not do the things that you label as anything?
No, I was on a call. I talked to Mama Lisa, and then I'd had a business prospecting call. Someone finally took the bait and said, "Hey, let's chat." So we got on the line, and I was really just learning about them and what motivates them, because what came out of that is an appointment to meet again tomorrow. And I put that appointment around the time where I can get the person to jump on a video if they have time, or I can get over I need other people in a video or a presentation to help me do stuff. 80% of the time when I enroll people, it's just people following me. And I've been following the program of, do the steps, 1, 2, 3, do the steps, be consistent. And I'm really good at being passionate and talking to people one-on-one. And I'm going to close this guy tomorrow because he wants it. He needs it for his family and his future. And it's just a tool that can help him. But I can see the cash coming in passively really benefit this guy. And he's ready to, you know how when you're talking, when we hung around the group, amazing what I found too. I found, I can't recall exactly where it is, but I saw you presenting, or at least doing an intro or a testimonial in London in 2018 or something.
Holy moly. Really? Where did you find that?
Cleaning out my phone because I have too many pictures and videos. But I think I accessed some stuff that was like
awesome.
saved to the cloud or something. And we went to some pub and there was a bunch of people and it was a lot of Romanians, and maybe the presentation was in Romanian or half Romanian, and then you gave a testimonial. Somehow I captured it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it'll be fascinating for you to see.
Awesome.
It's been years.
Oh God, I hate all recordings of myself.
You're about to start liking them.
In any way, shape, or form. Okay. Okay.
This one's love periods.
Okay.
Man, and that was like the first. That was.
So it wasn't nothing, because
it was nothing.
I tell you why I asked, because my aunt does that all the time. So she takes care of my aunt lives in Jamaica, and she takes care of my grandmother who has dementia. She's going to be 90 in September.
Wow.
Did
you say
in
September?
December? Sorry. I did.
That just happened. He's 90 already.
December. She often says, like, so I haven't done anything, and it's like, if you went through her day, it was like, I got up, she takes care of grandma, fed her, did some errands, she's always doing something. There's no way that she's not doing anything, but she has a standard of what something is. And if she hasn't hit that standard of what something, then she declares that she hasn't done anything, which is nonsense, because I know that woman gets out of bed and there's no way on hell's earth, heaven's earth, whatever earth, shit,
this earth.
Right. There's no way she doesn't do anything. She's always doing something. It's impossible for her not to do anything. So yeah, that's why I asked, because we sometimes the I haven't done anything is based on a standard of whatever you judge to be something,
I didn't make any money today yet.
Ah, okay. So see, which is different from not doing nothing.
Well, there's a feeling at one answer to the question. There's a feeling like I haven't done anything if I haven't put money in my bank account, and
Got it.
I know for the majority of the day I've been like fetal position on the couch, and I normally don't
Mm.
tell people when those moments happen, but I don't really care how you feel about me. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly. This is my has been my mood over the last couple weeks because I am experiencing post some early pre-menopausal symptoms,
Okay.
and I was talking to you about them
Tell me
earlier.
all
So,
about it.
and basically, it feels like I can imagine how schizophrenics feel because I feel like I'm unleashing different personalities of me all the time. Because
Hmm.
sometimes I can get so well. Me and my very good friend, she's only a year older than me, but she also experiencing symptoms, and we call it premenopausal rage because it's not anger and it's not that I'm pissed off and it's just this unfathomable, no reason whatsoever rage. Like, don't touch me, don't talk to me. It's completely unreasonable and has no grounds on anything, on a circumstance that happens.
Okay. Go on.
So I was speaking to my flatmate, who is, our very good friend Tom, and he is, really into personal development, amazing man, transformational coach, all that lovely stuff. And he was telling me, my hormones are going absolutely insane. I'll be like crying one minute, completely in the rage the next minute. Can't string a sentence together and like, who is this stupid woman? Maybe I should just go to bed. But you can't because I got shit to do at the same time. So he's just like, just get on
Yeah.
with it. So he was saying to me, oh, you need to, I think he even made an example. He did like a, when people give you like a, oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like a metaphor. They give you a metaphor of something that they've done. Yes, beware of premenopausal rage. Oh yes, because it's, and don't take it personally because it really has no rhyme or reason.
Hmm.
So like he was relating it to a feeling he had about something, and then he focused on, that was it, stomach pain. So he
Hmm.
was like, had some irritation in his stomach, and he was like, he realized that when he focused on he distracted himself, he focused on something else, and the stomach pain kind of dissipated. And he was like, and he decided it was because he chose to focus. And I was like, listen, my fucking hormones, I don't get to choose whether I fucking focus on the chemical imbalances that are fucking happening in my body whenever they fucking want to for no rhyme or reason. I don't get to control that. I, however, do have, because of the awareness I have about what's happening, I get to focus on whether I let it go, if I let it control my day or my mood or the situation. That's what I get to, that's the focus I get to choose.
Right.
But I don't get to choose that these hormones are happening or not. And I also, and then, so then he proceeds to go into the whole thing. And I'm like, listen, when you fucking start bleeding through your uterus and your hormones are going crazy and doctors are telling you that you're making it up because this is too young for you to happen, then we can have a fucking conversation. Until then, just read your book and shut up.
I have a curious bump on one of my nuts.
Right?
And I don't know
I
if this
can't help you
qualifies
with
me at
that.
all, but I just thought I'd share. Like I think it's just a skin tag, so I'm not that worried. But it's under
You're not that
we're
way.
we're under observation because shit's happening
Yes.
to a lot of people, and you don't know. Like
Yes. And
like
you
you
don't know.
said,
And you should always go to the doctor for those things. Anyway, because it's always best to, get checked out just in
I
case.
just think about the ways that I have to contort to see it, and how they can. It's gonna be a really uncomfortable meeting. It's gonna be really, really awkward.
No, it's not. It's their job to see your bits. Like it's
It's like
literally their
it's
job.
like it's like. I'm telling you, there's no. I don't even have a relationship with a doctor close enough to think about this.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to have a relationship close to the doctor. The fact that they're a doctor is the only closeness you need.
Okay. Quick story. Because I was totally a part of this. So, without any names, because the innocent are always innocent.
Okay.
A friend of mine went to school in. I can even say this without like. I could tell the story without male female parts.
Okay.
My friend's in
You can.
healthcare.
Okay. This would be interesting. Okay.
This is like the innocent are innocent until proven guilty, and I don't want to be called like subpoena. But
Okay, cool.
for the tens of people watching. So my friend's in the healthcare field, and they go to move out of state. So they are applying for jobs in the healthcare field that they work. And they say, cool, we really like you. You have a lot of what we're looking for. In fact, you're pretty much hired. I just need you to send, like your employer's phone number so we can confirm that you worked where you worked, and a copy of your diploma. So they contact the place where they went to school, and the school is closed. And so I guess when a school closes,
Well, closed permanently or closed
like gone,
or just closed for the day? Oh, school. Okay, they're gone. Okay.
like a college is gone. And
yeah,
so allegedly when this happens, the process we learned is that the documents and all of the diplomas and records get backed up, and it goes to wherever like assumed the records. Like a college can't just disappear. The records have to go somewhere. So some college kind of imports them in. Okay. So you contact that college because they're going to have the diploma, and they go, yeah, sorry, we have no record. There's no record that you got your healthcare credential, that you got your diploma in nursing or doctor, or there's no record.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no way for us to reproduce it either. Like, okay, so this person clearly has, I don't know, 12, 15 years of running someone else's healthcare office. Like, I mean, this person is legit. This is like the manager of everything, and they're healthcare certified. Everything but being a doctor. And so they move out of state, and it's like, well, and they go to work for Kaiser, which is like a really big hospital organization. I don't know what your name, but I mean, many hospitals, not just one hospital. Like,
right.
The thing.
Yeah,
like
is that what a conglomerate? No. Anyway, yeah, I know what you mean.
Big healthcare, United Healthcare, Kaiser, whatever. So I literally helped them make a diploma. So all they had to do was make a diploma and send it, and like we Googled diplomas from this same place. None of the diplomas from this alleged college back in the day, none of the diplomas matched. It looked like they were all being printed from someone's personal printer. There was like one English had like a thing, and it kind of had a background with looked like an Olympic torch kind of burning, and then another one kind of had a light,
like the whole motif thing.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
same,
gosh. So
same
people just
college.
got creative basically.
We we found like four or
And
five
you weren't the
different.
first ones that you weren't the first ones to get creative.
Probably not. However, if we were, we found four or five different versions, and we're like, okay, well, let's just copy paste and take the parts that, like, really, like, how do you want your diploma to look? We'll just make it like that. And moving
That's
things,
amazing.
like, you know how you do something, you take a
Oh, to
screenshot, so now you can't
oh,
change anything in the screenshot, but you can overlay something on it and make one little
oh
piece.
yes.
Oh my god, it took like a week, but they got the job. How is there no fucking
Oh
database?
my gosh, that's insane.
Like
That's
literally,
insane.
I'm positive that all you have to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Here's exactly what you need to be a doctor or nurse in the state of Oregon
Mm,
for Kaiser Permanente, which is
right.
like the biggest group. To be a doctor or nurse for
Mm-hmm.
that biggest group, you need somebody on the end of the phone to say that you've worked there, to confirm your story, and you need a piece of paper that you can make yourself and print on your own printer.
Yeah.
These people have access to drugs,
Whoa,
syringes,
that's okay.
and
That's kind of scary. So basically, it's kind of like an honor system, isn't it? They're just kind of saying they're trusting that. Okay. Yeah. That's scary. Okay.
Jonathan,
Remind you
you need to go to
just
the
keep
doctor
giving
and let
me
them do whatever they say they need to do to you. You need to just let them do that. Yeah, right. I,
Oh,
I for sure
right.
know people
I
who are
get where
not.
you're going. Okay. So I just saw it line up there. I saw you blend it. I get it. I get it. But is there not like a naturopath, someone that you trust that you could go to that you could look at it? No,
Well,
I
that's
think
what
you
I.
need to create a relationship that with a medical professional that you trust. This is your homework.
So I tell you the progress that I've made up till now is
Okay.
I intermittently date essential oils girls, and as I run out of all my essential oils, I find another temporary essential oil person.
I love it. That's just beautiful. Oh
Like
my
almost
goodness.
being with a shaman.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
That's just the next level.
I'm very much
Okay, fair
into
enough.
the
Well, I understand
homeopathic.
it to a certain extent.
Yeah, I go
Yeah,
to the
you can
doctor when
also
like
find a no too. I definitely believe in the holistic approach, but I also, and the thing is, my holistic practitioner has a nursing background,
mm,
so I kind of
that's the
get the
best.
best of both worlds.
I just
Yeah.
saw somebody
So
that I'm
she's
super.
amazing. She'll be like, yes, you can use these oils, Yvette, but you know, go take the antibiotics this time. Yeah, kind of.
I'm not a
So yeah.
Scientologist or a person that says no doctors my child will heal or God will take them. I'm not that. Um,
Mm.
I honestly prefer what you just said. I prefer somebody that was kind of grown in the Western medicine world and then has
Yeah.
left that world to create the bridge to more
Yeah,
healthy.
and that's what she did. She she trained as a nurse.
Mm,
And then she came to the UK, and most foreign nurses, then they have to come here and not retrain completely, but they have to,
yeah,
the way the British education system works, kind of qualified wise, you have to retrain to some extent anyway. So she did that, and then kind of, I guess, quite earlier on in her career, she started had a curiosity about um acupuncture and Reiki and different things, and she just took herself off to different Asian countries and immersed herself in the culture and the medicine and the and she's amazing. She's like, yeah, she's an amazing. She's basically our family healer. We all see her. Like even as Leon had to take vaccines for
Oh, I
school and
lost
stuff
your
like that.
audio. Hang on
Oh, you did?
1 second. I had an alarm go off and then I lost audio. I might have to
And then
pop out
it
and pop back in.
took it away. All right, do it, do
Oh,
it.
wait. There's more.
But wait, there's more. He's gonna pop back and pop back
Mic,
in again.
audio, microphone. Let's go. Can you hear me?
Microphone check.
Oh,
1,
the
2, 1,
microphone can
2.
hear me.
Yes, I can. Yes,
I'm
I
in
can
the
hear you.
show.
We can hear
All right,
you
I'm
loud
gonna
and
log
clear.
right back in. I'll be right.
But we can hear you. But anyway, he's gonna do that anyway. And while he's doing that, I've completely lost my train of thought. Well, let's wait for Jonathan. I was gonna say something and I lost my train of thought. Ah, there he is.
Okay, we can find
Add
it.
to stream. Yay!
You were
Yeah, so
talking
she
about homeopathy.
amazing lady. Yeah, she's an amazing lady. And the thing I really loved about her, well, I love lots of things about her. We kind of lost touch with her throughout COVID and stuff, and I haven't reconnected with her yet, but I'm sure I will. But the thing that I really liked about her was it wasn't a case of, oh, come and do these expensive treatments and kind of you have to come back to me all the time. She gave you homework. She gave you a real sense of responsibility for your own health. So it was like, you need to go home and take these oils and drink this tinctures and, put this in your diet, take that out of your diet. Da, da, da. So you had a real sense of autonomy in your health journey as well. So yeah, the part that I was saying where I think you lost me was even when Leon had to have vaccines for school and stuff, he would have his vaccine, but the day afterwards he would get a treatment from her, which would kind of work with the side effects.
That's
and
smart.
kind of clean him up from that. So he's getting the benefits of the vaccines without all the nasty stuff that possibly cause problems.
That sounds like the best way we could have rolled this out from the beginning. Like,
Well, the thing is, I think there's so many arguments about it's like that argument. I've heard it recently. Or you have faith or you have science, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like a faith is faith and science is science, and science exists because science is part of nature. You just called it something else because you understood something else. It always reminded me of, so when I because I'm a Marvel nut, there's always this thing with Thor about Asgard and like what they call magic and humans call science, and what they call science and humans call magic, and it's kind of like they're one and the same, but they just developed in a different strands and they're all the same. And for me, the science and the faith and the nature rule, it's all the same thing. It all comes from us, therefore it's all valuable. Like why you know I don't know. And I guess it's maybe our societal habit of insisting on labeling and separating things that really, when you think about it, they're holistically, it's synergy. There's no need to separate it, in my book.
it's the same thing. It's the human version of trying to explain nature and natural order is what
Yeah.
we've made science. And clearly we've gone beyond natural order and made plastics and all kinds of stuff and things and vaccines and greatness that can keep us living longer. But
Yeah.
it's what I see in the thing that you just shared to me, and it's okay if people aren't in the same space or awareness state, um,
Mm-hmm.
without calling anything lies or saying that something is true or untrue.
Mm-hmm.
All of that works together. Um, there's
Yeah.
there's something so natural. Breath work, breath work, and fasting and just ingesting water. Like these two
Mm.
things, like breath work combined with a really healthy, like guided by a doctor water fast. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen like 80 or 90% of all ailments cured by these crazy doctors, but they're private. They have like one center in Arizona, and they're kind of like a modern
Mm-hmm.
day shaman, but they come from
Right.
the background of medicine. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, how did we live for so many thousands of years, or however long it was? How did we do that before there was vaccines and things that you inject? Like
Yeah.
clearly
Yeah.
the
Clearly, we had some kind of knowledge and some kind of instinct. Yeah.
well, people might have
And it's
been
about,
living.
I don't see why we have to dismiss, it's like, why not take, and I think we're going the world now as well. It's like, why not take what's working so far to get us here? It's like that thing about what, the thinking that gets there isn't necessarily the thinking that's going to get you further, right?
Yeah,
So we take what works and we take what supports, and then we do better because we know that it's possible to do
right.
better, and it's kind of like, and that's what gives me kind of my undying optimism about humanity, is because evolution is what we do. Like it's in our history that even when we do crazy nasty shit to each other, there's always an evolution, there's always a growth, there's always a something else comes out of it that makes life better for human beings.
There's also always a purge, like a big
Yes, also.
plague.
A
Like, and
big
we're
pet. Yeah.
maybe we're in it right now, but the bubonic plague,
Yeah,
the black,
maybe.
these are
Mm,
things
yeah.
that took 20 or 50
Yeah.
million people at a time. But when there
Yeah.
weren't 8.5 billion of us, there was only like 1.2 billion or 600
Mm,
million only. So it was a
yeah.
if you play it out on the spectrum of numbers, it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
if 10 or 20% of people die, that's billions. That's
Yeah, absolutely.
probably
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy because the I think the point that you bring up is really powerful. What I see in the conversation where you were like, this is science and this is nature, and why can't we have both?
Mm,
They're
yeah.
they're they're
Because
giving the
well, the
good
thing is that we
science to that.
already have both. It's just that,
Right.
yeah. So we already have both. So it's like almost like a non-argument to try and pit them against each other, because they both already exist. So why spend the time arguing? Because it's already here, dummies.
We clearly
Right?
have Western and Eastern medicine. Why don't we just say that they go together?
Clearly. Yeah. Yeah.
I know the
Yeah.
answer, and it's
Totally.
money, and that's I
Yeah.
don't want to
Money
have a long conversation
and
on it.
yeah.
The answer is money, and some people
Yeah. Well, that,
control the money.
and
But
yeah. But then we get to change that also. I think we get to change that. I believe we get to change that. I
think
do, I
well,
do, I do.
think about this. Without
Mm.
trying that hard or really giving any extra attention to it, we're both in the position of having more passive income now than we ever did before COVID happened.
100%. Yeah, totally.
And and
Yeah,
and
totally.
here's the thing: before
Totally,
COVID, I didn't
totally,
have
totally.
any passive income, and now I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. And it was, totally. And the decision was so straightforward and simple.
Mhm.
and kind of like, why didn't I do that before? Kind of, how easy was that? Yeah,
It's
totally.
I knew that there would be an opportunity around the time that that one came, and
Yeah.
if I had been more diligent, if I had been listening to my stars that had already delivered messages, I could have found it quicker. I could have found it earlier. I could have. I mean, it was available for a
Mm,
year before I found it, so or almost a year. But gosh, in that year
okay.
we were already pushing like 6 months on Zoom by that time when we because we were
Oh
basically,
yes, of course. Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah,
like we were
yeah. Yeah,
basically
I get.
getting,
I remember. Yeah,
like we were basically getting to where most places were opening up at the end of last year, and the Zooms
yeah,
were
yeah.
kind of dying, and Andy
Yeah.
stopped doing his, and Stavrula picked it up, and I went internet,
Oh, was it that time? Okay.
and then but
Yeah.
right before
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
it was right. Uh, no, it was like right after they ended. I feel like we did Zooms March, April, May, June, July, maybe into August. 5 or 6 months we went hard on the Zoom. And
yeah. Mm.
what I realized now that I'm in this with you and on the platforms doing more live stuff, and the man for man community that I work with has developed
Mm-hmm.
a small core of like Knights of the Round Table where, yes, we tell
Nice.
each other our goals and we tell each other what we want to be held accountable to, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not just about reporting to the group. It's being challenged by a group of kings where
Nice.
you can't you can't really go, yeah, but you know what you know. You can't really say that to somebody who's like, dude, I'm busting my goals. I'm running shit, at whatever level. Men show up at all different levels, but
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
you're in control of something that you said you wanted to be in control of, and we want to fan that flame.
Nice.
And how do
Yeah.
we get that to be a bigger piece of the conversation? But I think it all started with the
Mm-hmm.
Zooms,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all started working together in different ways, and now
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
more people than I've ever known personally have passive income than any time ever before. I'm positive of it. It's a
Oh
fact.
wow. Yeah, you're right, you know. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's working,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
there's,
That's so cool.
I'm not selling a process. Like I
Well,
want.
I remember, but you know, you now that you said that, I remember kind of probably to the later end of the first year of the lockdown. So, like the end of 2020,
Mm-hmm,
thinking to myself, all this time, kind of through the entrepreneurship, through kind of like the financial education journey, I knew that it was important to have a passive income. I knew it was important to have more
yeah.
than, just what I was making with one business or what I was making through whatever my main source of income, basically.
Mm-hmm,
Um, but I felt like the whole COVID experience was like, when you say you know something, but then now like now you smelt it, tasted it,
mm-hmm,
like felt it,
yeah.
and you knew, like I knew. I was like, oh, okay, that was it. Like I knew intellectually,
Mm-hmm,
but that experience of kind of, the main income just going and then having to figure it out. Okay, how do I figure this out? And
mm-hmm,
what other income came in, and I was really blessed,
mm-hmm,
more than most, because I've been self-employed for so long. There were things I could do, and there was income that I could pick up. Um,
yeah.
but it definitely solidified that that understanding. It was like, now I know, no. Now I know enough. It's like I knew enough to actually move into it.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't just intellectually. And I feel like maybe that was the big difference.
My back was literally against the wall, and I've heard so many times like pleasure is a soft motivator, but pain will get you to change real fast,
Mm,
and pain will lead
yeah,
you to
yeah,
change
yeah.
things because it's intolerable. And it's this funny thing where a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of pain is almost like pleasure. We'll go back to it over and over, but when it's too
Yeah.
painful, we'll make a change. And
Yes,
most people,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like I
yeah.
experienced
That's
this.
the thing that Dr. Dispenza always talks about, kind of how we wait for trauma,
Yep,
you know, hurt, um, destruction, all this stuff to change when we could quite easily do it in out of inspiration and joy. And
yep.
I feel like at this point in my life, I'm like, Yvette, please just choose inspiration and joy, would you? Kind of don't wait for no more trauma.
I I want to
And
invite you.
having an awareness about that choices of my life, kind of.
Like I want to invite you to it because you're like the pinnacle person that I know wants it, has the know-how, is already connected to the network that you lean on, and you're willing to do the
Mhm.
work. Because what I've realized in the last year building this business and really keeping my head down, I've gone out last Wednesday or Thursday. I went out and played darts with my guys for the first time in a year and a half, and it was cool to
Oh,
catch up. It was
I didn't
nice.
even know you played darts.
I haven't in a year and a half. Um, I left this circle of people that I played darts with once a week for years, and I once COVID started, there was the
Mm,
official shutdown for the states, and I don't know how long you want to look at that having happened, but there was the official, like, if you're not an essential worker, you're
mm.
gonna need to stay home for 2 weeks. And so we did the
Yeah,
14
I
days.
remember that lie. I remember that lie.
When you
And then
got
it
it
was like
earlier than we did. You were already shut down.
18 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when we were given the first
Yeah, I
14
think we
days,
did.
and
Okay.
it's just we were given that 14-day window, and I stopped going over where I used to go, and I
Okay.
just chose to. And then was missing connection, so I fell into a group that I was hanging out with the night that I got in an accident, and so then I changed hanging out with that group, and it's been
Hmm.
real easy for me to just be around the right people. I wrote down today, like, don't get it confused that I walk a lot of my journey alone. It's not because I'm lonely.
Hmm. I love that.
And
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm in,
I just have that's an interesting thing. I think I was having that conversation with a friend of mine about I am an extrovert, and but I at the same time, the same token, I love my own company. Like I will sit in my room and go out to pee and find food. And my flatmate's like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "I'm cool, I'm just
that's my day
chilling," you
to
know.
day.
Yeah, totally. And I can sit here because I can work. I work from home, so I can, if I'm not out seeing a client, I
Mm-hmm.
can be on my laptop. I've got my water, I got a
Mm-hmm.
teddy bear. I got the laptop. I don't need to go nowhere. I'm good.
I need some water.
So I think, yeah, I think people, they see the outgoing extrovert and they don't see that there's another side to it. Like I'm quite happy
It's
on my own, in my
so
own space.
I feel like I'm a lot the same way. I would definitely classify myself as an extrovert, but as I grow, I become a lot more comfortable with, yeah, I'm an extrovert,
Mm.
but not around everybody anymore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Be an
yeah.
extrovert
And I
around
think
you.
also when you were younger, when I was younger, I don't know, there was just so much energy to it that was needed to be used up. So it just made sense to be like that all the time. It didn't have any rhyme or reason. It didn't, like, I didn't know how to channel that energy. It was just
Hmm.
there all the time and kind of just so much.
So remember back to a time that probably wasn't that long ago, but it's been years. But Thursday night,
Yeah.
Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday up
Oh
until
gosh,
dinner
yeah.
time. Like from
Yeah.
Thursday after work until Sunday at dinner time, there was at
Hmm.
least 2 or 3 social events, which meant at least 3 or 4 hours of debauchery in my
Yes.
life. Speaking for myself,
Debauchery, I like
where
that.
mostly other people debauchery at me driving them home. But anyway,
Yeah, not me. You just be.
uh,
Yeah, yeah.
got mine when I could count myself blessed. But what, like, have you come up on the realization that it's like, man, I never think it's Thursday at 10:30 p.m. It's time to go to the bar. Like it's time to finally go out.
Never.
Uh,
No, never.
I don't. There's a bar that
No,
I
I don't think
walk
that.
to.
I think it's time for bed. Actually,
Yeah,
my son said to me the other day, because a couple days this week, I think another part of my hormonal change is like by 10:30, I'm like, okay, it's time
you
for bed.
done.
He's like, I used to say to you all the time, Mummy, why don't you ever sleep? Because I'd be up at 2, 3 o'clock. And now I'm like, yeah, 10:30, ciao, ciao. And even tonight, right? I was like, oh, 11. Are we doing a call at 11? I'm getting ready for my bed.
I shush.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I was gonna tell you that I could get on earlier, and I wanted to stay in the fetal position. I stayed on the couch.
No, go for it.
Mom came home
Do
with
it.
food.
Do it.
I ate and communicated with you.
Ooh, going. Marvelous. I'm down for
From
that. Oh, I
from
totally
noon
get it.
from noon until 6 when we started, I was just a pile of meat. Not I'm
Pile of meat hanging
legendary.
out on the sofa. Did your
I'm a
mum come
legendary
poke
king.
you?
No, legendary king. I lived life, but I was in time
Live
out.
life.
I was
Yeah,
in big
time
time.
out is important. God damn it.
I needed it. Like
That was the other thing I was gonna tell you about actually.
what?
You were talking about time out and you were talking about just kind of, and when you were saying it, you sounded like you were just completely comfortable with that, with this is the moment that I'm having today. And you reminded me of my mummy who was saying, she is very much, she's always doing the work. She's like so dedicated to kind of her energy work and all this stuff. And she said the other day she was just pissed off. She was just, angry at her husband, angry at stuff that was happening, and she was just not having any of it. And instead of doing work, she was like, "Oh, I just went and sewed something." She made a jacket, that was it. And she was like, then she realized for the first time in years that she actually allowed herself to sit in what she would normally class as a negative emotion
Mm,
or a negative state.
mm-hmm.
And she just allowed herself to sit in it and
Mm-hmm.
not judge it, not decide that she needed to work through it
Yep.
or whatever. And I was like, that must be going round because you just did the same thing. And I'm doing the same thing in terms of,
Yeah.
look, this is how I feel. Like this shit is real. I feel it. I also understand that I have a responsibility to how much of it I'm allowed, that I choose
Mm-hmm.
to, affect how I behave,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still just gonna accept that this is it. This is how I feel. This is the shitty stuff, and I'm not gonna. Yeah, so I think it must be going round.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the people I'm hanging with. Kind of a level of acceptance of um this is the best that I have right now, and I'm just gonna sit with it and be okay.
I'm trying to think of the term. Um, we just went through this in the man's circle. Um,
Ooh.
I can hear Todd's voice like Sarah Thompson in my brain. Um, as we become the non-emotional witness to our own life, power like explodes, because as a non-emotional observer, we can go, okay, I wanted to make a cake, I got rocks and eggs, and it turns out I made rocky eggs. It's not a cake, right? Or I made rocks and eggs, and I'm gonna call it cake and lie to myself. Or I'm gonna make rocks and cake and feed it to my friends and tell them it's cake. None of this is cake. None of it. But if we could just say, look, I didn't have
Brilliant.
all the stuff for cake, so really what I did is I made rocks with eggs.
I made rocky eggs. That's brilliant. I
And
absolutely love that.
if I'm not emotional, I can try to eat it. Is it good? Then eat more. If it's not good, don't make people eat it.
Yeah.
But be non-emotional. And that's really what I think you were saying. But we just went over this in the last session we were together, and it caused, I find like amazing information. Like some people are like, yeah, that's exactly the thing. It's, you got the words that were in my brain. But there were a couple people like, no, totally disagree. And
okay, fair enough.
It's their experience, so they can totally disagree.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
As the non-emotional witness to my life and my circle, the people that currently totally disagree on that point are the people searching for clarity, instead of people like myself who are, I got a goal, this is what I'm doing. I don't care if you're bored about hearing that the goal hasn't changed and that I'm making progress slowly. And I'm beating myself up that I'm not better and faster at it, but I'm not wavering from the goal because I will fucking get this done.
Yes. Amen.
And
I love that.
People, I've been a person searching for clarity at one point, and I think someone misfocused would have been annoying to me at that time. But right now,
right. Mm-hmm.
I can't even think. I can stop and put myself in their shoes, but I don't have time, so I can't. Like, if my energy, my passion, and my direction is urgently in your way, that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you're about to be in my way and get rolled over.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how can I help you get out of the way? Because I'm coming through. And it's not the greatest. Yet, because I believe it will be, but I haven't found it to be the greatest like connector of spirit yet. Meaning like all spirits come together and all feel loved. It's incredibly connecting for people that are on a run like this,
that are on the same path. Yeah, and the thing is though, that's I feel like that's the thing that's important. Like I was talking to my client earlier today. She was getting really overwhelmed, so I was like, okay, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get a coffee. So I took her to the coffee shop. We had always seem in control of, I think she said, my emotions. Or you always seem in control. And I was like, that's hilarious. That you should. And I laughed out loud in the coffee shop. All these very quiet old grannies looking at me. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, it's because I'm not trying to control it. I've reached the moment, and it's just a moment. I've no idea how long it's going to last, but I've reached a moment in my life where I'm like, at this moment, this is what is working for me, and this is what I'm going to do it. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Fucking leave. That's it. Just fucking leave, and it's fine if you leave. So and that's the moment, and I'm totally comfortable with that. That's the moment. And when it's not the moment, then I choose, okay, this moment is this, and that's what I'm doing, and it's working, and I'm good.
The level of things that you can take in and not be flapped, is that a term? Unflappable, so you can't be flapped.
Unflappable, yeah, it can't be flapped.
You can't be flapped. She can't. That's a good T-shirt. Can't be flapped.
Can't be flapped.
You can take that in so many ways. People can laugh about it.
I know, totally be like, what?
Can,
Wait, what?
big letters. Can you be flapped? Like,
Can
ooh,
you be
flap
flapped?
me. Oh man, is there a volunteer line?
Oh man, let's do it. I want to
I want to be flapped hard. I want to be flapped really hard. Oh god. But you definitely have that. I remember in Brazil, I came up and it was like, yo, like this freaking bitch keeps recording, and like I've told her 7 times, and you're like, isn't it great? She's like, so, and then this is you talking to me. So, so you have a problem with it? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Like, and somebody needs to go talk to her. She's like, and obviously she's like, and it was a vet. And then a vet goes, well, the person that needs to talk to her is the person that has the problem, and that's you. And he just smiled at me, and I wanted to punch you. And it was great in the sense that it led me to, I did go talk to her, and I found a level of not my circus, not my elephants. I'm not the conductor of this, and her doing that doesn't hurt me. If it ever hurts anybody, it's going to hurt her. And thanks for doing nothing and sending me back to do it myself.
Do it yourself.
And she was the first one to bail. She was the first one to bail from the whole family. So it's all good.
Oh my goodness. So it's all good. There you go.
Too funny.
It's always all good.
I definitely needed to connect. But I was going to finish that thought. Like I've seen many things because of the way that I met you, and then got to serve at events. And the other than LA and a United that I don't remember meeting you, I've really only served 2 events with you, and you've run them. And
oh yeah, Romania and Brazil, right? Romania and Sao Paulo, yeah.
But when you run those events, just like any of us, but you're the lead person, so you get it from all these different directions, then you're just not someone who, in that space, like this, I'm going to take a lesson from this. In that space, nothing can affect you to the point of breakdown or explosion. Like you just, you know what has to happen. If there's a breakdown, there's a room for that. We go do our thing, and then you come back and everything.
Yeah, totally. It's called when we get home and Yvette drinks lots of wine, and we talk about it. It involves wine and ranting. But
I was gonna say that we didn't do that in Brazil. Oh wait, yeah, we did.
No, not really.
A little bit.
No, not really. There was a lot of rum. I remember it. There was a lot. I swear after that, what was it? Was it like 14 days, 16? I had to not drink, man. It's like I felt like I had enough alcohol for like the year.
I think it was good because that's basically what my year turned into, other than that night I went out.
Yeah.
Stupid. So weird. It's so weird that person is gone, and I didn't really find out like how they passed, but that person was my age. Like this person I was hanging out with, maybe they were a year older, but we were really close in age. And I'm still here, and I've been through the ringer, and I won't quit on myself, even though today I felt like shit. But I never thought, maybe I should just quit. Like, I just need to breathe.
Yeah.
Because I can get through my premenopausal rage with water and breathing techniques, and I don't know if you
breathing.
I don't know if you've heard about it, but there's a rumor that you can
about
just
the
breathe your way through
breathing. I'll let you know how that goes.
Oh, it's funny.
I find there's a lot of cursing. I always had a bit of a potty mouth anyway, but I find that the cursing is enhanced. I'm like, I went to train on Monday. I went to
Mhm.
train capoeira on Monday, and I walked into it's like a self-defense studio. It's a martial arts and self-defense gym. And I walked in, and there's this amazing teacher that teaches, is it Krok Magar, the Israeli. So he teaches that, and he's like, hey, so Yvette, how you doing? And I was like, fucking had a miserable fucking day, and I was like, fucking going to capoeira, I'm gonna fucking train, fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking get here, fucking traffic. And then he was like, holy shit. It's like, damn. Need
Militant
to get
black
this girl on
woman.
that mat.
You were reverting back to past versions of yourself.
Yeah,
This is I will go to that riot. I'm gonna be in the middle of it.
yeah.
Not today's events, but
No.
I
Yeah.
don't even get to know that event. I just get to see this one.
Yes, that's fine. I can tell you stories.
Divine timing. I don't know if we could have put up with each other 10 years ago, or 15 or
Yeah,
20.
maybe not, huh? That's true. Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
20 years ago you would have seen I
Who
had a
knows?
really kind heart, but it wasn't aligned with all the stuff that I talk about. So you'd be like, I think he's really nice, but I don't trust him. And I don't know why. But next. And I'm okay to say that I'm much more aligned than that now. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Say stop.
Stop.
Now give me a number
Stop.
between 1 and 10. Oh no, give me a number
7.
between 21 and 50.
35.
Whew. Okay. This is just the message.
Okay, give me the message.
So Jesus said to them, "The light is among you for a little while longer. Walk while you have the light, lest darkness overtake you. The one who walks in the darkness does not know where he is going. While you have the light, believe in the light, that you may be sons of light." When Jesus had said these things, he departed and hid himself from them. So walk in the light because you have it for a little longer.
Walk in
We
the
don't know
light
how
because I
long.
have it for a little longer. That sounds amazing. I love that.
That was
Thank
the
you.
message from Jesus.
I love it.
Yep.
Amazing. That's so cool.
What's crazy, I didn't even note where we ended up stopping. I think it was 10 or like I would really have to go back through because I didn't plan that at all. I think we were in Matthew or Luke, but I'll try to refine that spot. But
That was nice.
I needed that little message, and I know that all of the answers are inside me.
Definitely.
I just get to be a better listener and a better note taker because the messages come fast. If I don't write a lot of them down, I don't get to act on them. And I'm focused on staying in action. Even though I stayed home and felt sick, I still got on a business call that I really would have liked to push till tomorrow.
Yeah.
It woke me up.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. And and just trust that you know what you're doing. Like at the end of the day, just like you said, that all the answers are inside of you. Kind of trust that. Yeah, trust it. You got you.
I got me. Man, it's good to catch up.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think the powerful thing about you having you, it's not you, it's not some individualistic thing. It's about knowing that you, as in Jonathan, who is connected to his faith, who is connected to God, who is connected to his being, who's connected to his higher self. That's what it means to have you.
And there's can I share one thing in closing, kind of? Because I know we're at time.
Yes.
So from The View,
Hmm.
Missed you. You were loved. Your name was spoken so many times.
I
Um,
felt the love. I did.
I hope you did because it was really overflowing. There were so many things
Mm.
like wrong with the event, and you could easily like the event could have gone sour really at a few different turns. And you know the
Hmm.
amazing people we put these events on with. It was just wow, like wow,
Yeah, nice.
do what we do for nothing,
Hmm.
and it come out as like you were paying
It's
us
amazing.
high wage.
Oh.
Um, Sarah went over ultimatums and
Hmm.
how when we really drill down on our ultimatums, and this can be in business, but it came up in relationship sense. And when I found my ultimatum, which is sitting like right on my face, but I just hadn't put it into words. But when
Hmm.
you make an ultimatum about your partner, and these are healthy things that keep you to get with the right person, but also to have the other person understand who you really are and what the deal breakers are.
Mm, yeah. Hmm.
Because if you understand the deal breakers, you could either call it there, or you could go, no, I want to work towards
Yeah.
that, and I want to grow into that for you, and then you will grow into something
Nice.
because you have that support the way that you have always wanted. Um,
Okay.
my ultimatum in relationship that made it all feel like you just said, like content, like the
Hmm.
I just any pressure went away from being 45, no kids, no marriage.
Hmm.
I am committed to this glorious relationship with a partner who's committed to breakthrough and supporting others in that process, or I'd
Hmm.
rather be alone.
Nice.
I don't want to date somebody just to date somebody. It's okay if we date and we figure out that that's a fit or that's a not fit. I don't have to have that
Mm-hmm.
conversation up
Hmm.
front, like agree to this or I can't kiss you.
Yeah.
But I will commit to a partner and have that
Hmm.
commitment from a partner who's committed to breakthrough and pushing and being there for other people, cheerleading people in their breakthroughs,
Nice.
or I'd
Hmm.
rather be alone. And it makes
Nice.
my past, my present, and my future make sense in one sentence. My
Amazing.
my partner's committed to breakthrough just like me and supporting
Hmm.
that in others, or I'd rather be alone.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like the more I say it, the more I'm like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah. And it's of course, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's
Yeah.
if without that ultimatum understanding in my presence, something's missing. I'm searching for something. I'm not whole,
Mm,
and
okay.
that's not the state that I create my greatness from. The greatness
Yeah, of
comes from,
course.
dude. I got me, and the reason I
Yeah.
got me is because there's not a partner, so I have to. And
Yeah.
and I'm not looking for a partner to do my work. I'm looking for a partner to see
Yeah,
what's
yeah, yeah.
happy in their work, and together we can.
Absolutely. Yes. Not dragging anyone's sorry ass across any part of this world, planet, or life. Fuck off. Drag your own shit.
I told the transformational buddy that we were in like a buddy system where if your buddy doesn't get across the line, then you don't graduate type thing. And I
Yeah.
said, bro, only in this space. If you refuse to grow or do your work, I will stab you
Mhm.
and drag you across the line. Don't make me.
Bleeding
You
to
see my
make me
face?
stab you.
And he perked up. He's like, you would do that for me? Like
Oh, bless.
like someone that had been hurt so bad, like worse than
Yeah,
any of
yeah, yeah.
listening right now. This guy had been
Oh,
hurt so bad.
bless his heart.
And I'm like, I will stab you. Like if you
That is
refuse to do the
interesting. You
work.
know what's really interesting for me about that was that in that he heard the support and love.
Mhm.
That's really interesting. That's a real credit to where he is in his heart, whether he's been hurt or not. That's a real credit to where he is right now in this moment that he
Mhm.
was able to hear that.
I didn't get through to
That's
him.
really amazing.
I don't think I got through to him on that same level any other time. And
Amazing.
and we crossed the line. We made it.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
now we're not
That's so
talking.
cool. Well, you did the listen, you know what's that thing, one last thing, right? When the scaffolding is on the building,
Mm.
and all the work gets done, and the house is beautiful, and you take off the scaffolding, you don't get pissed off that the scaffolding's gone. You look at the beautiful building and say, oh
Mhm.
wow, that scaffolding did the job. We don't need it anymore.
And I know that we're both in a better place than where we met. And that
Exactly.
I
So the
know
scaffolding did the job.
I
The
know that.
scaffolding did the job. So
What is
these
it,
that's what's important.
a season, a reason, or a lifetime? Uh,
100.
he was a reason.
Yeah.
Like, and I
Nice.
hope that I was a
Yeah.
season or a reason for him. But
Yeah.
I know he's better off. I know. I just know.
Excellent. That's
Um,
awesome.
you're better off. We're better off. What's
Yeah.
today? Wednesday. So
Yes.
do we get together?
On Sunday. Yes, please. Sunday at 5 p.m. my time, 12 yours?
11.
Is that 12 for you? 11. 11. Okay.
11 a.m. Central, 5 p.m. UK.
Amazing.
Don't miss it
Oh,
because we're gonna
actually,
grow
wait
with
a
or without
second.
you.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
But wait.
I think that's the day we change the time.
Oh, is
I
it that
think,
time of year?
yes, we
You're right. We do.
31st.
We do
Yes, we
that at
do. I think
different.
it's actually on the, yeah.
There's gonna be a week or two where we're not on the same time. Like we
Yeah.
change, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
later you change.
Yeah. So I think we change on Sunday. Sunday, yeah, we change on Sunday. So we fall back. So I'm wearing our,
I think ours is in November now.
yeah. Okay.
I think it's. It sounds like it's a week later, but just that first Saturday night
Yeah.
of November instead.
Okay.
Why?
Cool.
How is that not coordinated? By the way.
Ugh, who knows? I don't know. Who knows? Those, you know.
We don't have
What
time
my,
for
my
that.
phrase now is old white men. Old white men, Jonathan. Old white men in the past. What can you do?
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you, so it's okay.
It's like I tell people about the bottle schools when they get to where they could hear me, and I say like there's a big my country is a real big reason why the life is the way it is in Guatemala, and it's not my fault.
Mm,
I didn't work at Dole, sugar company or
yeah,
apple
yeah,
place.
yeah.
I didn't sell
Mhm.
the country to 20 families that didn't own it, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um, you can get into that story, but I just tell people like I didn't kind of like retiring my mom, like dad, granddad, her dad. Nobody came along to put
Hmm,
anything
hmm.
together. It's not my fault, but I'm just gonna make it my responsibility because I love it and it makes me happy.
Yes,
I don't know a better way to spend
definitely.
my money than go to Guatemala and build schools. If you do know a better way,
Nice.
tell me because I'll do that too, and then everyone's interested.
Nice.
So let's go.
That's. Let's go. On that note, look at that. It's like 12:15. It is
Let's go.
officially Thursday morning. Mwah. Let's go again. Here we go again. Thank you so much. Love you.
I'll talk to you
Be
Sunday.
blessed.